It's Ron Jackson here. How's it going? Hey, it's so this is Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson, and we have our special guest today, Mr. Kevin Stock. Say hi, Kevin.
Hi, everybody.
And if you're watching, please say hi and make some comments. I'm gonna be following them closely. This is my new show called Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson.
Ron Jackson.
So that has many meanings. Like, can you a lot of guitar players use tabs. So, but Kevin actually happens to be someone who reads notes. Actually, you don't really use tabs, do you?
Well, I do sometimes. Every now and again, when I'm going, especially if it gets further up the the fretboard.
Oh wow!
Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure. Can everybody see us clearly? I hope. Yep. Good.
Okay.
So good. So you know what? So here's a question, Kevin.
Yes.
So Kevin Stock is my third guest of my new podcast, everybody, and Kevin is a student guitar player of mine.
Yes.
And you've been studying with me since when?
Yeah, 2021, probably 3 years almost. I think.
Yeah, during right after the pandemic.
You're right after.
Right after like the big lockdown.
When we got back on. I think it's 2.5, maybe 3 years, something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to invite people on my show who are former students, patrons. My Patreon, and also, I'm going to have, special guests that I've worked with as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a new podcast, everybody, where actually we talk about, we actually meet regular people who are not famous, like some of my colleagues. Like one of my colleagues is Marty Schwartz.
Oh.
He's the great, he has millions of followers, and I've actually been on his show too. And we want to invite people who are what we call up and coming. Who want to learn?
I'm a student.
Yeah, he's a student.
I'm a student.
So Kevin Stock, is a student of mine for a few years, and also, but you weren't a professional musician before. You were working, and you're basically retired. Yes.
Yeah, I'm 72 years old, retired.
Wow, I thought you were only 40.
Yeah. Retired. So yeah, I was in the hotel industry. I was the hotel engineering, and but I've been playing guitar most of my life. Jazz, not so much, but I picked up the acoustic guitar when I was a kid, and started learning and took a few lessons.
So what made you start? So you in the beginning, why did you start playing guitar?
Well, one of the things, my father played guitar. He had an old Martin, and he played guitar, and at first I was going to be playing the clarinet for the school band, and I wasn't very good, but I saw my dad playing guitar, and the Beatles were very popular in those days.
Oh yeah.
So playing guitar everybody was doing it, and I was going, wow, that looks cool. So I borrowed my dad's guitar, and I took a few lessons, and that's pretty much.
So where did you grow up? And
Monterey, California. I went to the Monterey Pop Festival, if you can believe that, in 1967. I was just a kid.
Really? And so they have Jimi Hendrix and all those people there?
Jimi Hendrix.
You saw Jimi Hendrix?
I saw Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
Yes.
Man, he's one of my heroes.
Yeah.
And you know what? Without Jimi Hendrix, you wouldn't have rock like it is today.
No, not at all.
That's the whole point.
He brought the whole thing to a new level.
Oh man! And but also, isn't there a Monterey Jazz Festival too?
The Monterey Jazz Festival, very famous. That's been around a long time. That's 60 years, maybe 70.
Yeah.
Closing.
And is there a Monterey Pop Festival still?
No.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
When did that finish? Actually,
there was only really one the original, and that was it. They never did it again. I mean, there was a few attempts to recreate it, but it didn't.
It was huge at the time. Though.
Yeah, it was huge. It was really big.
Yeah, because I remember seeing some videos of him at the Monterey Pop Festival, and it was just like you couldn't even see the crowd in the back. It must have been like 100,000. I mean, I don't know how many people. But yeah. So you started playing guitar, and then at that age, but you always kept studying or playing it all through the years.
Yeah, well, sometimes there was probably about 10 years there where I didn't, I picked it up a little bit, but yeah, it was. But then the last, maybe I took some more lessons before with you, with another guy.
Before the pandemic, or?
Yeah, this is before the pandemic. I took about a couple of years, or a year and a half of some jazz, and then that's.
So you never took lessons before that, really?
Yeah, no, that was it.
Then you started getting really serious with me a few years ago, no?
Yep.
So Kevin's been coming to me for a few years, once every 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
And if you're not out of town on vacation all over the world someplace.
Yes.
So we I love to teach my students jazz and all this other stuff, and so teacher. Kevin is
great
been
teacher.
working. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. And it's good. Well, one of the things I like to do is we don't have a chance to do it much with my students is to have them do like a recital or performance. But this is a good way. This podcast is a good way of doing a performance.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just go right in and play a tune for you.
Okay.
And so if you have any questions, I see. Let me just say hi to Rodney. My Rodney just joined my Patreon. Thank you, Rodney. Let me show his comment. Show on stage. No, not show on stage. Let me show you star comment. I don't know how you do that, but I wanted to show Rodney's comment because he's here saying hi. Let me turn my guitar down a little bit. And let me say, show Rodney's comment. Hey, Rodney, good to see you. And Rodney is a great guy. He bought one of these cool shirts that I got on here. And
get one of those.
Yeah, he wants to get one of those. Oh, Kevin wants one?
No, I gotta get one too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you should be wearing one right now.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, so Rodney is just joined my Patreon. I appreciate you, Rodney, and thanks for joining my Patreon. Let me show you a banner about all that stuff, guys and girls. And I have this new cool thing where you have the Patreon referral program. You can check that out a little bit. And before we keep going, let's play a song, Kevin. And what song would you like to play?
Doxy by
Sonny
Rollins. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a great song. So let's start. Okay, we're gonna play you a song, everybody. And this is Kevin's debut on guitar on the internet.
Very nervous.
Me too. Here we go. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Kevin. Kevin just made his debut on the internet. You never really performed live.
No.
Yeah, on the internet ever before? No.
Nope. That's the first time. First time.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Great job, Kevin.
Oh, thanks,
let me see what's going on here. And if anybody has any questions or comments, just let me know. I move this way a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit. Yeah. And we're just moving a little closer here. And so great job, Kevin. And if you want to ask any questions to anybody, let me know. Let me see some of the comments here. Hey, Rodney, wonderful job, Kevin. He said, look at this.
Yeah.
Yes, look at this. Rodney loved you. Rodney is one of my new fans. I really appreciate you, Rodney. And I want to, before we keep going, everybody, I want to do a special announcement. So let me show you right now. And then we'll come right back. Here we go. Thanks for watching my podcast, Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson. Please follow me everywhere at Ron Jackson Music. Also, check out my website called www.ronjacksonmusic.com, and you can get cool merch like this. Take lessons with me. You're going to find the best cool things on the internet for jazz, guitar, 6 and 7 string. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you in the next show. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that went smoothly because that's the hardest part of doing the show.
All the build-up.
Yeah. So I'm going to move over this way a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Good. So, yes. So, Kevin, I want to ask you a few more questions before we keep going.
Certainly.
So how's it going with, you've always wanted to play jazz, no?
Yes.
And so how did you get into, why did you want to start studying jazz guitar, and how long have you been dabbling with it?
Well, it's actually my family. We're a lot of jazz. My brother's a jazz musician, and my uncle's a jazz musician, and then 3 or 4 other cousins are jazz musicians. So, and then I was in Monterey, and there's the jazz festival right there, and it's always been there, and I just always have. It's so hard. It's the most difficult thing to try and wrap my head around. And
to play jazz?
To play jazz, yeah.
Why is that? Tell me.
There is so much you have to know, and your head just kind of explodes after a while. I just the different modalities and chords. It's just incredibly difficult. But I love it. I love the challenge and the beauty of it too. Just the beauty of the music. Yeah, I don't know, and there's so much there, but it is very hard. Sorry.
When people are learning jazz, I can tell when someone plays jazz because jazz is a language, everybody. So what I try to teach my students is this. You've got to listen to the music. You've got to there's scales and lines you have to do. You have to learn the songs.
Yeah.
You have to learn people's solos. There's a lot of melodies. But the thing is, a lot of people, when they pick up jazz in the beginning, especially guitar players, they tend to play like, let's say you're playing that song. We played Doxy by Sonny Bono. Now, when you're a jazz musician, you're playing through every chord. I'm going. So this is a B flat 7,
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Then an A flat 7, and then G7. I'm playing a scale through each one of those chords. The thing is, you could do an arpeggio,
Yep.
or all kinds of different things, and that's called playing changes. So in jazz, we actually play over each chord. It doesn't have to be a scale. It could be anything, as long as you're playing the right notes in the right time, everybody.
Yeah.
But when you're playing, let's say, like blues or rock. I'm not saying all blues and rock, but most of the time it's modal. Modal is mostly playing the same scale over all the progression. So, which sounds good too. Like if I want to play, I can play the minor pentatonic, the blues scale, over that whole progression.
Yeah.
It will still sound good, but you're not playing jazz. That's the whole thing. Jazz is a language, actually, everybody, that you have to learn. So I try to show my students that, and Kevin's coming along, because Kevin actually is a good reader on guitar, because a lot of musicians on guitarists don't particularly read very well. They use tabs most of these days. They don't learn notation. How did you learn how to read, actually, Kevin?
I guess it was just I took a lesson when I was a kid, and then that kind of stuck with me for a while, and then I don't know. I always and then I did have another lesson, a couple of lessons, and then I got really more into the reading then.
You started when you were a kid, you were reading, yeah?
Yeah, a little, when I was about 15, and, learning, and I took a couple of lessons, and they showed me where where all the notes were on it was the first 3 frets. I know those notes really well. It's when I start getting up here.
Yeah, that's a problem for everybody. Yeah. Is when you get past the 3rd fret to read. The guitar is hard to read on, because you have this C here. Like, here's an E note.
Yep.
I did a little video on this on my YouTube, and I have to put it on my other channels, but that E note is here, and 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 then you gotta be able to do it everywhere. Go up to F, etc. And when you get past this fret, for even guitar players to play well, like even just to play a scale, it's hard, because you can play so many ways,
Yep.
And that's the challenge of the guitar. So you love the knowledge of learning the instrument.
Still learning, man. I'm just
so how many since you've been studying with me, how many hours do you practice a day now?
I try an hour and a half.
That's great. A lot more than me.
Yeah, but you were playing 6-8 hours when you were a kid at Berkeley and all that.
Yeah. You know what? How you get a lot better with jazz, everybody, with any style of music, you got to practice. Everybody thinks, I tell people all this time, like people who watch my YouTube channels and all this stuff, you can practice. You can watch YouTube all day long, and but the most important thing is to have guidance and practice.
Yeah, the guidance is really important.
I mean, really. So that's why Kevin studies. Anything that you do. I mean, you were an actor before, you said, no?
Yeah, I did some acting. Yeah, I was as a kid. A
kid actor, really?
Well, yeah, I was a kid actor. Not anything big, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in California, in Monterey, I was.
So when you're an actor and a kid, you take lessons, and did you take lessons and stuff like that?
Yeah, my dad. Well, yeah, my dad was a drama professor, so.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it was part of the family, part of the thing that you did.
Oh wow! Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah.
So So anyway, any art takes practice, and studying with somebody. I still take lessons when I can.
Yeah.
If I have time. The last time I took a lesson was with Mike Stern, the great guitar player, and he's I learned a lot. Let me see. There's a comment or a chat. Let me take off this. Let me look at some of the comments 1 second here. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Technique I'm practicing. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, good. Yeah, I can't play. Let me see some of these. Let me take off this comment. So Rodney, let me see. I want to look at some of these things. Hi, Kevin. Michelle wants to ask you a question. Hi, Kevin. What's your technique for learning a new song? Let me show that comment to everybody. How do you practice until you get it?
Well, you know what? You've told me this, and I think it's the best thing, is to listen to the originals. It's very, very important, and I've been doing that a lot. Go on YouTube and watch it on YouTube, and then also you told me about the slowing it down. You can go into that little gear thing, and you can slow down the playback time. You can slow it down to half, and that's a really important, because then you can hear it slow, and and it's still in tune. So it's a really important thing and thank you, Ron, for showing me that. That was
when you learn a tune, everybody, it's important to listen to the original version.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the real books and stuff, if you're learning jazz, it's not accurate. And then second, second is get the sheet music too, and see if it's accurate. And I listen to different versions. But you try to listen to the original version. Like everybody plays "I Got Rhythm" in jazz, and they make and a lot of jazz musicians made into different all these fancy jazz songs, bebop songs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you listen to the way George Gershwin wrote it. George and Ira Gershwin.
Right.
A lot of these shows in jazz actually come from Broadway shows and movies. Old Broadway shows and movies, and they were the pop hits of the time.
Yeah.
So that's how that's how you learn. You can listen to on YouTube, or you can go to Spotify, any of those places, and check all those tunes.
Yeah.
Let me see, Kevin. What kind of lessons? Here, my friend Rodney is saying that. What kind of lessons are you going over with Ron? Yeah. So do you want to tell him what do we go over?
It's playing the tunes, learning the tunes, and trying to memorize them. I'm trying to memorize all the tunes.
And then we work on improvisation,
soloing, comping,
timing,
and then we do have that guy's book, that wonderful book, and we.
There's a book by William Levitt called A Modern Method for Guitar. We go through that book. We haven't gone through that book as much as we should.
Yeah,
we've been mostly learning tunes.
Yes.
Learning how to play through the tunes with the right chord scales. We haven't got to this point yet where you're starting to learn solos yet, have we?
Not really. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So it's really important to learn how to transcribe solos. You got to learn other people's solos.
Yeah.
Particularly if you can over the song that you're working on, so you can learn how they played over the song too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things to work. We work on comping, voicings.
Yep.
Scales,
a lot of scales.
We try to play together if we can.
Yeah.
Since he comes in person, we try to play because jazz is not about just learning songs and just comping and stuff. You got to play.
Yeah, you have to play with people,
and because that's how you really learn too,
yep.
by playing with other people. That's a great question, Rodney. Now let me say this. Hey, I feel you on seeming so complex, but I love it too. Great point. Great mentor, and Lynette. I like that. Our music is Hazewired. That's a wild name. Now let me see. Oh, here's Ron Jackson. Hey, I like because I asked that question because lots of us are learning what to know. Yes, let me hide that one. So everybody, let's play. We're gonna play another song now that Kevin worked out for the live stream here, and we're doing great, Kevin. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Thank you, Ron, for having me. Thank you.
And it's great to have students perform live with their teachers, or at least do a recital, because you know what, you can practice all the jazz you want, everybody, but the problem is you got to play out. So let's play another song. We're gonna do a song what's it called, Kevin?
Satin Doll.
Satin Doll by Duke Ellington,
yeah.
Billy Strayhorn.
Strayhorn and Ellington, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, Kevin live. Kevin's never been on like a live podcast, or me neither. and performed live as well on ever really like on TV, no?
Yeah, no,
on the internet, nothing.
Yeah, right.
No, this is great. So this is a great experience for Kevin.
Yeah, been really
we
wonderful.
appreciate you guys watching, everybody. And we're going to be finishing up soon. So let me just see a few more comments. You have some new fans, Kevin. So everybody, just so you know, if you're enjoying the show, please subscribe to me everywhere. Ron Jackson Music. Oh, you have a social media too?
No.
I'm in social media,
yeah,
so I know. So please subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me everywhere. If you're enjoying the show, we accept super chats and all the other cool stuff as well. And please check out my other social media channels. They're all Ron Jackson Music. Now, there's some other comments and questions here, real quick. My wife's channel, lots of. Ron, I've been listening to your 7-string playing for years. Okay, let me show this comment real quick. Hey, my wife's channel, lots of love. But love, Ron, I've been listening to your channel, to your 7-string playing for years. I've always been amazed by your comping and outstanding playing. Thanks so much, Mantor and Lynette. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me show. I'm awesome soloing and comping, Kevin. Oh, yeah, let me see. Mantor, thank you. Sorry about that. Sweet Lions and Flow, Kevin. See, look at this. You got fans already. You should start your own YouTube channel, man. Now, let me keep going. These are great comments. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Rodney. Rodney, my new patron on Patreon. Thank you, Rodney. And owns one of my shirts here, too. Thank you. Now, let me see. Michelle. How does playing online help build confidence to go sit in someplace with other musicians? How's that? That's a good question. That's for you.
Yeah, Kevin. I mean, it's sort of like even with my little flubs and things, it's been a great experience. Yeah.
You know what, too? So you know what, Kevin? Everybody flubs.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I do it all the time. But when I flub, no one knows. You know why? I don't go, because when I make a flub, I'll go like this. Some people, when they make a flub, they go like this. And they'll go.
Yeah, try not to get too mad.
Everybody sees that and they say, "Oh, that guy messed up. I didn't hear anything, but he actually messed up." So if you don't make a face, it's okay.
Yeah.
Now let me keep going. Hey, what's this? Haywire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Great job, Kevin. Yeah, let me keep going down here. Good, man. It's a rabbit hole, social media. Now, Michelle says, does Ron sit in often at jam sessions? No, I don't, Michelle. I need to. I don't like going to jam sessions anymore, but
Oh yeah.
I always feel like I never play good at jam sessions because you go up there and it's just like jam session. But you know what? You can tell when someone's really good when they go to jam session because they sound really good at jam session. They must be really good when they're really performing. I realize, So that's a great question, everybody. So thanks, everybody. Let's give Kevin a big hand for coming on my show. He did a great job. We did a lot of playing today, and we'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna put on like a little bye-bye announcement. And I appreciate all my fans everywhere, everybody. And thanks so much for watching. And there's one more comment coming in. What is this? Hold on. Rodney. Thank you, Rodney. My friend, my Filipino brother from the San Diego area.
Here we go.
And Rodney, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all my fans. And let me show this. Oh, let me say, who's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Biker Chick, who are you? I don't know you. I have another fan named Biker Chick 650 with a little wrench. Thank you. Let me say hi. Hey, Joe Pass left flubs in there. Yeah, he did. You know what? Oh, just so you know, Mentor and Lynette, Mentor, I don't know which ones. But anyway, I saw Joe Pass do a workshop before, man. He was amazing, man.
Yeah.
And I still, love what he did. Let me show this other. Kevin, when did you start reading music? He wants to ask that question real quick.
Wow, that was I was a kid reading, like about 15, and then I didn't pursue it very much, but I kind of got a little bit of the rudiments of it, and I
cool.
and then the last a few years I've been working hard on it and
great
trying to
Yeah, we got to work on it more. Actually, next lesson we're going to work on it more. When you come back in a couple weeks, so
yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So we're gonna say bye. Thank you everybody for watching. You guys have really been great fans, and I'm gonna show you this departure message, and we'll see you guys soon. Okay, here we go. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching my podcast, Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson. Please join my Patreon at patreon.com/Ron Jackson Music, and you'll get cool perks like picks, books, vinyls, CDs. And downloadable lessons. And you can even score a lesson if you join the new Patreon referral program where you can earn a free half-hour lesson for referring somebody who joins my Patreon for a year and also get a discount of 10%. And most of all, you can be on my show called Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson, my new podcast. So join my Patreon and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. And thanks for watching. Okay, everybody. We'll say bye to everybody. Thank you, and thank you, and please share this live stream with everybody. This new podcast called "Keeping Tabs with Ron Jackson." I've been keeping tabs on you, Kevin. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Biker Chick.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you guys soon. I'm ending the live stream. Bye. Bye. Let me say bye, everybody. Thanks, and thanks. Thanks for all three of you, and maybe thousands of you who are watching after. Bye. Bye.